Here's a giant thank you to all my Patreon members. Your support is greatly appreciated. Guys, Nova Joe back again, this time with an Inferno run. And today we're going to be taking a look at Mission 13 on DLC 1 Paratroopers. Now, as you can see here from my menu, I've only been able to beat this on Inferno with the Air Raider and the Ranger. And I found a way to do this with the Ranger. As you can see, I'm really low armor. Only got 1,229 points of armor. And I found a way to beat this with the Ranger. Now, the big thing is making sure you have the right weapons. Now, the first time I beat this with the Ranger, I don't think I had the Various TZ4, which is the level 105 tank for the Ranger. I believe I had something else. I can't remember exactly. However, the very first weapon I beat this with was right here. Let me show you guys. It was the X900 Orchid. And as you can see here, at max damage, it does 792.7 points of damage, penetrating at close range. And a lot of these shots from that machine gun are going to be close range. However, in today's video, I actually beat it with a new DLC weapon I managed to pick up, I believe, when I beat it using the... I never can remember the names. I'm sorry. When I managed to beat it with the X900 Orchid, I believe it was... when I beat it with that weapon that I managed to snag the Slugger Shot Z7. Now, let's take a look at that. The Slugger Shot Z7 is a slug-based shotgun. And as you can see, I've got it almost maxed out. And at max damage here, you can see at the closest range, it does over 12,000 points of damage at close range penetrating. This does an excellent job of just destroying these cosmonauts, which is the only enemy you have on this level. So I took this weapon in with the reverse shooter X just so that I could have some health. And for the reverse shooter, you guys can see here, it's level 78. You get it from the base game. Right now, mine has 8 shots, and each one does 3,000 points of health. So yeah, you want to carry this with you in case you take some damage, can't get a health box. And you want to take the Zexer guns with you, level 79 Zexer guns. And right now, mine aren't maxed. Only got 3 Zexer guns to throw out, 500 ammo, 66.3 points of damage. And the reload takes almost a full minute to reload this gun. So, yeah, I have room for improvement on this one. But it has done an excellent job of taking out these cosmonauts. What is great about this turret is that it aims for center mass. And on this level, the cosmonauts do not have armor on their center mass. They have armor on their legs for some of them, and they have armor on their heads. So this is an awesome way to take out some cosmonauts. Next is the Various TZ4, and as you saw in one of my previous weapon overview videos, I showed off the Various TZ3, which is a level 90. Well, the Various TZ4 is a level 105. And as you can see here, it does have a little bit more armor, going from 24,000 to 28,000. Neither one of these are maxed out, as you can see. It does take a little bit more to request it, and you don't start with one, but you actually start with half of one already filled, whereas with the TZ3 you have one already filled. So if you don't have the TZ4, definitely try this with the TZ3. Now, the TZ4 does have a few more shots. It does do a little bit more damage. I believe it has the same blast radius. Yeah, same blast radius. And I do believe this one moves a little bit faster because, unfortunately, at this low of armor, you got to do hit-and-run tactics. And I had to do this with both the Ranger and the Air Raider because right now with the Air Raider, I do not have a mech that can hold its own against the cosmonauts. So, alright guys, so the Slugger Shot Z7, or like I said, a machine gun of your choice that is going to be able to shred the enemy's health quickly, like the Orchid, like the X900 Orchid. You're going to want the Reverse Shooter X, you want your Zexer guns, and you want a speedy little vehicle that has a good chunk of armor that can take a hit, but can get you down to the other end of a road quicker than the cosmonauts can run. So, alright guys, this is the setup, and let's see it in action. Alright, first thing you want to do is turn left here and run down this street. If you can get a pot shot off on one of these cosmonauts, go right ahead, see if you can do it. Now what you want to do is you want to throw your turrets out into the center of the street and go over here to the right and hide behind these pillars, because they will cover you. You got to be lined up pretty good, kind of like I am right here, and they will do a good job of protecting you. So as you can see, the the turrets are doing great. They are just shredding the enemy's health, and they take over 10,000 points of damage to kill one. And so thankfully the turrets do a great job of running that number up fast. As you can see there, it's already up to 11,000 points of damage, and it only took a moment. So there you go. You want to use that reverse shooter, keep your health up, and sometimes you might have to do this a few times. This isn't foolproof. I've managed to do it at least 3 times so far since I learned about this trick. I believe it's been at least 3 times so far since I learned about this trick, and it's always involved me getting behind these pillars, because if you're in the right spot, they can't hit you. So I filled up the various TZ4 and I just threw it out, waiting for it to drop down there, because we're going to need it in just a minute to make our getaway. Now, I'm still fighting the first wave of the cosmonauts. There's 3 waves of cosmonauts. Oop, took a bit of damage there. I took a bit of damage there, so you want to make sure to flip over to your reverse shooter, fill your health up, and stay behind this pillar. There you go. Like I said, sometimes it'll work, sometimes it doesn't work too good, but I've managed to succeed on a few different occasions here. Anyway, I keep being redundant. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to do the voiceover at the same time watching what I'm doing here, and I'm losing my focus. I'm not the best YouTuber there is, guys, but I do my best for you all. Anyway, once you have cleared out that first wave, you can either stay back there and try to take out the second wave, but I chose not to this time because my building got destroyed. The AI managed to bazooka the building and destroy it, and most times they won't. And you can actually use that building for cover and continue to kill off the second wave. You cannot stay there behind those pillars for the third wave, because the third wave has explosive weapons that will clear out your building and clear out your health. So you get out here, go all the way to the very edge of the map, and take off in your various TZ4 or whatever little speedy vehicle you have for the Ranger. And I recommend taking one that's got a good chunk of armor, because they can hit you at a good distance. So right now, since I just started this, as you can see, there's a lot of red dots on this map. I'm letting them gather together because you don't want them spread out to where they're covering the whole map. As you can see, he's still managing to hit me and take some health off. So you just want to keep going, keep trudging till you get to the very end down here. And they all, as you can see on that map, are starting to gather into a cluster. So here we go, spin it, turn the turret, and start firing down there into the mix. It's going to take a little bit here, but as you can see, blew an arm off, did 0 points of damage. Oh, there's 11,200. Throw your turrets out again. Get back in the tank. Shoot a few more rounds if you can, but don't let them get right up on you, because they can hit you from a pretty good distance. And then take off again, and you can see right there, those turrets are just racking up the damage on them, one at a time. And the reason this is worthwhile, guys, is because this is, like I said, this is 13 missions into the DLC 1, and it will allow you to get some of the really good stuff, really good gear. It won't let you get the very best gear, but you can get a lot of good gear. A lot of, I think the biggest I've got is a level 105. You have a much better percentage of getting a level 105 and lower by playing this mission than you do, like, say, playing the very first mission. Where on the very first mission, you can get like level 100, level 101, and you might, oh, there we go, I think I just took out like 2 of them with 1 shot. But I believe that some of them, some of the weapons you can get on the very first DLC mission, you might be able to get a 102 or 103, and you guys can correct me in the comments below and tell me what the highest level you got was. But anyway, mine's been like a 100, 101, somewhere around in there. As you can see, I just took off, and the reason being is the third wave of cosmonauts is coming in. And these are the big baddies. These are the big baddies. Now, because they're coming over here to the left, I'm shooting down the middle of the street. And I'm going to go all the way to the far end, and they're all going to converge on me and get into a cluster again, and we're going to rinse and repeat. And this little vehicle is quite speedy. You can't outrun them completely with it, and here's where I get real stupid. You're going to see me do something almost gets me killed. Boom, there we go. Flipped over. Great. Now they can really catch up. If you do manage to flip your vehicle over, just hop out, press triangle, and it'll right the vehicle for you. Don't get disoriented or you could get yourself killed. Make sure you get back on track again. Shoot back down the center street here if you have to go down the center street. But basically just get into a position so that all of the cosmonauts converge upon each other. And then lead them down the street again. You guys saw me do that. I think you all saw me do the video. I'm pretty sure I posted a video of beating this with the Ranger. Maybe not. Maybe I didn't post that one. I can't remember. I'm starting to forget which videos I've posted and which ones I haven't. But the Ranger has a little vehicle. Oh gosh, he's right there in my face. Alright, let's just get out of here. Let's get down here, get some more distance because they were pretty close to me. But you do the very similar thing here with the Ranger. If you don't have a mech that can help you, that can hold its own right there at the end, you want to get in your little APC. Oh yeah, I remember now, the APC that took on an army video I did just last week, where I beat this mission with the air raider and his little APCs. Okay, there we go. I remember now. Well, you do a similar thing here. As you can see, you just drive to the end, you turn around and fire. But what is nice here is that you can throw your turrets out too, and they will actually hold them back and do a lot of damage. There we go. Throw them out before they get too close. You got to be careful there. I just took a massive hit. Get back in that thing. Let the turrets start working their magic. You see how it keeps holding a 0 there as it was hitting them in the shin armor. But look how quick that is. It's already up to 10,000, 11,000. Somebody just died. Somebody had to just die unless it was going back and forth between a couple of them. But, yeah, they have probably around 15,000 points of armor, more than likely. And you just run to the end. You spin around again. You might have enough to throw out another TZ4, which I probably do. Oh, there we go. Oh gosh, got one close. Take off again. Somebody got a clean hit, 11,200 points of damage. Somebody took it right to the meat. Alright, let's keep going. Going down to the end. And it's worth it to do this. I have found that it's not overly complicated, and like I said, the beginning part of the run for the Ranger on here, if you got low armor, isn't always perfect, because sometimes the building will get destroyed. Sometimes somebody will get behind you, but it is a very viable method, and I've used it on more than one occasion, and it's worked. It's worked. So what I've been showing you guys here is a good way of doing it. So here they come. Take a pot shot down. Yep, got a 0. Doesn't matter though, because somebody lost an arm. Even if you shoot their arm off, it'll say 0. So don't feel like it was a wasted shot. You took somebody's arm off, and you did some damage, even though it didn't necessarily register the damage. Alright, keep on going down, and like I said, you're chipping away at them a little bit at a time, and it's worth it because you can get some really good weaponry from this mission. And those of you who have the Japanese version and had the DLC for it like I did, you know this is probably, in my opinion, this is probably the hardest DLC to farm. DLC 1 and 2 are the hardest DLCs to farm compared to like the DLC in EDF 4 and EDF 5. Those had some fairly easy missions to farm that came with some really good missions where you could get a lot of drops. Well, DLC 1 and 2, in my opinion, don't really have that great of missions for farming. So, and as some have said in the comments previously, yeah, these are good story-based missions like for DLC 1, but they're not really good for farming. And so, Mission 13 is probably the best mission to farm in in DLC 1. And then there is Mission 10 in DLC 2, which you can glitch yourself into a building and you can farm that way. Now, you won't get the best gear in DLC 2 from Mission 10, but you will get some good gear. And yeah, you are glitching the game. You are clipping into a building. If you want to know what I'm talking about, just go look at my EDF6 playlist, scroll down through there, and look for my farming video. I think I entitled it Farming, or I might have even entitled it Inferno Run DLC 2 Mission 10. But look for one of my videos on DLC 2 Mission 10 in my EDF6 playlist, and you're going to see what I mean. Because I show you step by step how to glitch into the building. And I didn't discover it myself. Somebody else taught it to me, and I'm glad they did, because the missions are so brutally hard. And then there's another mission on DLC 2 that has, it's a cave mission, and I have successfully been able to farm it with the fencer. But you got to have certain weapons to do it. You got to have that Reflectron shield that you can then couple with the shield boosters to boost how much shield you have. And when you do that, you can actually reflect their damage back on them. And it's a pretty good farming mission. I think it's like mission 18. But for those of you who have played the DLC in DLC 2 for the Japanese version, you know that for the best missions, to get the best stuff, you're going to have to play online with others. I can't remember what mission it is. My brain wants to say mission 36. I think there's 36 in there. I might be getting them mixed up, and I'm sorry if I am, guys. But there is a high-level mission in there. I think it's mission 36 in DLC 2, where you have to play online with others if you want to get some of the best gear that they have, because it is brutal. The DLC 1 and DLC 2 are the most brutal DLCs they've ever made, in my opinion. And I think that's probably most people's opinion. So, here we go. Back to mission 13, a very viable mission to farm in DLC 1. There we go. Oop, he just took it, lost a leg. See what I mean? It says 0 points of damage, but limbs are flying off. So, yeah, you can still chip away at them. And don't trust that 0. You did some damage by removing that leg. It just doesn't register it. Alright, and as you can see, guys, the whole time I've been talking and rattling on, I have been doing the same thing. Run to the end of the street, turn around, fire, let them get a little closer, throw your turrets out, rinse and repeat to the end of the next street. And we're getting closer here. We're getting closer. So, let's see here. Turn around. Oh, they're not quite there yet. Let's see if I can hit them with my gun. Yeah, see, you got it drops. It's a big slug and it drops, but you can fire your tank round here and it doesn't have any fall off damage. It flies right in there and it takes it. They take a whopping from it. There we go. Throw your turrets out and watch it start shredding. Ooh, it just chewed through that little bit of armor. Anytime you see that 0 pop up and kind of stagger there, that means the bullets are hitting the armor and chipping away at it until it busts through. So there we go. A few thousand there, a few thousand here. And then if I can land one of my tank rounds on it, you can finish them off. Alright, we're getting close. Alright, I might actually speed this bad boy up, just so we can get to the end here, because I do this for a while longer. Alright guys, I'm going to put her in fast forward for you.
Explain
Alright, now we've managed to collect a whole bunch of boxes, as you saw there in that 4x sped up. And there we go, just took out one of the final remaining cosmonauts who managed to just get stuck on a building. So let's go ahead and collect the rest of these boxes here. And then we'll go get the very last one and be done with this. So, yeah, you can get, I'll be honest, they do drop a good bit of boxes, but man, I think maybe 8 to 10. I don't even know if I'd say 10. I would say maybe 8 green boxes is the most I get, but it's 8 chances. Yeah, I don't think I've had anything less than 8, maybe 6 to 8. But that's 6 to 8 chances to get some very high level weapons. And I flipped it over again. So yeah, you got to watch out for the rocks and the embankments on this. It flips vehicles no problem. And boom, got him. Let's get a little closer here. Can't see him through there. Alright, let's get rid of that arm. There we go. Arm's gone. Hit him again. Still alive. And again. Boom. Is he gone? Yep, he's gone. Get the last couple boxes. Alright, guys. That is mission 13 paratroopers on DLC 1 with the Ranger. And as you can see, got a level 105, level 104. So hey, you can get at least level 105s on this, which is great. And so I got some good stuff. Oh, I managed to get the level 84 TZ Stork, a favorite of some. And leveled up my A81 binary round. So you can get yourself a nice little toxic binary round on this level. So, alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Please comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can by going to patreon.com/EDF Central. And as always, guys, take care. God bless, and keep on gaming. More EDF 6 and EDF World Brothers 2 to come very soon. Later, my friends.